Happy Monday afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Gamitus Labs. Hope you had an enjoyable weekend. I know I did. If anybody's watching the total solar eclipse today, let me know. Would love to hear it. See videos, pictures. So I know it's been less than 2 weeks since the last video, but that was just an intro, and I figured I'd give you guys your first look at Supernode Breaker before 2 weeks. And then in 2 weeks' time, I'll give you an update on progress. So let's jump right into it. Main menu. Alright, so here we go. I recorded all this, or pre-recorded all this on the computer, so you'll just have to pretend that the mouse pointer is my fingertip poking a phone screen, Apple or Android, whatever your personal preference is. So you'll notice that there's nothing really flashy going on with the menu yet. That'll be changing in 2 weeks. You will notice is that there's a rotating cylinder in the background, slow enough to where you can still see it moving, but not fast enough to where it might cause somebody motion sickness. You'll also notice that there's a placeholder model for the hero in there. That'll change based on the hero that you select in-game once I start releasing more heroes. So now on to the interactable items in the play menu. At the very top of the screen, you'll see the title, Supernode Breaker, and if you poke that, it'll take you to the credit screen, which I'll be showing you at the end of the video, because that's where credits belong. The main attractions are the play button and the hero button. Play button opens up a sub-menu that has Classic, Cube, and Saga modes available. Well, currently only the Classic mode, but eventually the Cube and Saga modes. The Hero button will take you to a menu that shows selectable heroes. Currently it's not implemented because I've only got the one hero, but it will eventually display a list of selectable heroes, the attributes for each of those heroes, as well as a list of all the power-ups and inhibitors for each of the heroes, and it'll also give you descriptions on what all that stuff is in the menu when it's implemented. Below that, you'll see the settings button. That's where you'll be able to adjust in-game audio and music. Beside that, you have the cash shop icon, which is not implemented yet, eventually. And at the very bottom of the screen, you'll see 3 items: the credits, the qubits, and a cube, which represents keys. So the credits are what you will use to upgrade your hero attributes and adjust the spawn frequency for the power-ups and inhibitors. The qubits will be what you use to unlock new heroes and upgrade your hero to a better class of the same hero. And last but not least, the cube access keys are exactly what they sound like. They give you access to cube mode, and so that's how you earn one thing and the other. Get access to the cube and earn credits through classic mode play, and you earn qubits through cube mode. So now let's jump right into a game of classic mode. Okay, so the first thing you'll notice as we go into classic mode is that the lighting seems to change, and that's an artifact of switching scenes in Unity. Haven't quite figured out what that is yet, but that's part of the debugging process, and it'll get fixed. So, plus it's not a big distractor from gameplay. Alright, basic gameplay. Blocks fall from the top of the screen, settle into a nice grid pattern, and the basic gameplay works by keeping the paddle between the ball and the bottom of the screen. The ball bounces around, destroying bricks, and you use the paddle to collect things that fall, or avoid, depending. So we start the ball flying by tapping and dragging and releasing, and that sets the ball in motion. And then we tap and drag around the bottom half of the screen to move the paddle around. So you'll notice as gameplay progresses that I'm collecting certain things and avoiding other things. The things that I'm collecting are power-ups, and the things that I'm avoiding are inhibitors. Power-ups help, inhibitors, well, they inhibit the player. There are 2 power-ups that are common across all heroes. Those are the purple crystal-y looking things. Those are energy, and that powers your hero power. And the other are the yellow spinning discs that are supposed to look like coins, and they represent the credits. So the power-ups specific to this hero are an extra life and a paddle size up. The paddle size up for the green rotating bricks that fall, and I was collecting. You'll notice that I've been at maximum paddle size for a while now because I've collected multiple and it hasn't increased me farther. There's also an extra life that drops that looks exactly like the ball, but it drops straight down. Those are very rare though, and you won't actually see one in this playthrough. The power downs that are specific to this hero are the lightning bolt that I've been avoiding. Those stun the paddle, so you won't be able to move for half a second once you've collected that, which may not seem like a whole lot, but when the ball starts moving faster at later waves, it definitely it can be a detriment to you. The other inhibitor is one that shrinks the paddle. So it'll go from the maximum size that it's at now to the normal size to one that's about the width of a brick, so pretty dang small. So as waves progress, they get more and more difficult. So the ball speed will increase slightly every wave up to a maximum at wave 10. And waves 1, 2, 3, and 4 will introduce new bricks. First wave is all red bricks. They take 1 hit to destroy. Second wave has yellow bricks. They take 2. Third has green. They take 3. And then fourth and onward, you'll get 1 white or gray brick per layer. Those have a health of 50, so a lot. Those require your hero powers to actually destroy, or you get lucky and you just hit them over and over and over again, which I'm not so sure you could call lucky because it takes a while to do that. So I'm about to speed up gameplay a little bit just so I can get to a point where I can show you the hero power. Each hero power is specific to the hero and may take more or less energy to activate depending on how powerful the hero power is. You'll notice on the left-hand side the gauge has been yellow for quite a while now and it's been ready to activate. To activate a hero power, simply tap on that meter. And for this particular hero, he shoots a series of 5 laser bolts that each do 5 damage apiece. This particular hero allows you to upgrade the damage of the bolts, the number of bolts, and the frequency, or the time between the bolts, so you can get them out faster. So what happens when you die, you might ask? It's a good question. Let's skip forward a little bit so I can get to that. The first time you die, in a single game session, you'll be presented with the opportunity to watch a video ad. On completing that video ad, you'll be giving an extra ball. Paddle and ball would be reset, and you'll have to relaunch the ball. And then gameplay will continue until you run out of balls again. And this will be the only ad that you find in the game. And like I said, you'll only be able to do it once per game session. So let's fast forward a little bit, get to the results screen. I'll show you what your results screen looks like. And then we'll get on to the wrap-up of the video and the credits. So, we've watched our one ad, gotten our free ball, we haven't gotten any extra ball power-ups, and we are now at our results screen. You can see that it will display whatever your personal best is, or your new best, rather, if you beat your old. It'll be based off of score, highest wave reached in the shortest amount of time, so it'll always update your new score or your high score if you've beaten it, and then it'll display whatever your highest wave is in the shortest amount of time. Below that, you'll see how many credits you've earned, or qubits if you're in cube mode, and how many keys you've acquired during this playthrough. From there, you can either play again directly or go back to the main menu. And at the main menu, it'll show you your total accumulated credits, qubits, and cube keys. Alright, so before I get into the wrap-up spiel, let's go into the credits and give those a look-see. So, I am the only one working on the jobs at the moment, so I'm all the jobs at Gamitus Labs. Special thanks to UI Icons, Laura Delaponte, I believe, and other contributors at GameIcons.net. The font I'm using is Nunito Sans. I think the primary developer of that was Vernon Adams, and the guy who came up with all the derivatives thereof was Jacques Le Bailey, I think. I downloaded that from Google Fonts. And lastly, special shout out to our Patreon supporters. And by that, I mean the one Patreon supporter, Rob. You're awesome. Top tier. Hey, I sent you a message through Patreon. Go check that out. Get in touch with me, man. We'll play some games. So that's it for this video. Please like, share, subscribe. I seriously underestimated this video. It took me all day. If you're paying attention, you probably saw the light changes throughout the day on the backdrop behind me. And a special thanks to those who've already shared. 47 subs and over almost 175, I think, total views already in just over a week. Pretty dang good, I think. So I'll see you in 2 weeks when I give you an update on the gameplay. Have a good one.